My name is Musa Syeed. I'm the writer and director of Astray. Minneapolis has this large Somali community. I had my own preconceptions of what the community is like, or what issues people have, or what ambitions people have. But just the more that I spent time there, I was able to shape the story. And so I knew I wanted to make a film there. There is a character in the film who is an FBI agent who is hoping to bring the main character, Adan, in as an informant. This is an issue in the community. There has been a lot of surveillance and monitoring by law enforcement, by the FBI. Through some of the tactics that the law enforcement community has used, there has been a lot of mistrust and ill will that has developed. Through the use of confidential informants, there's been a lot of paranoia around those issues. So I wanted to bring that into the story just to show how these things can also really create division in an otherwise very tightly knit community, and how these practices can further alienate people who are already living under layers of alienation, of racism, of xenophobia, of Islamophobia, and how these practices, which they're meant to supposedly find radicalized youth, are just ways of further distancing people from feeling engaged and feeling valued and feeling like they're seen as something other than a problem. The premiere in Minneapolis was great because so many of the cast and crew could make it. There isn't often that platform for them to be able to engage other communities, the primarily white communities in Minneapolis, and tell their story on their terms in that way. For me, it was important for people to know that this is a real community, that the obstacles they face are real, that the joys that they have are real, that the triumphs they have are real, that the institutions that they've built are real. And I hope the film can be a tool to help audiences understand what it's like to live in the US as a young Muslim person in a non-sensationalized way. But I hope that this film shows that the main character of the film, Adan, can be many things. He can be very compassionate, but he can also be angry. He's a human being at the end of the day, and I think that he can be Muslim, he can be an American, he can be a refugee, he can be a Somali, he can be all these things together. He can be a multitude of things. The more that we're able to see that and appreciate that, and to see the value in that kind of multiplicity of identities and the richness of that, the better off we'll all be, and the richer we'll all be for that.